Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about Best in Beauty. And if you don't know what Best in Beauty is, I'm going to be talking about my favorite products of 2015. Primers, foundations, palettes, lipsticks, whatever pertains to makeup, I'm going to be talking about it. So, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Let's start with primers. Now, I actually didn't test out any drugstore primers this year. Hopefully that's something that I try out next year or this upcoming year. So the first one is already empty. I need to buy another backup of this. But this is the Cover FX Anti-Aging Primer. It comes out yellow. Oh, I do have a little bit left. I didn't even know! Yay! Okay, so it comes out yellow. I just love this primer. It smooths out your face. It is anti-aging, so if you have more mature skin, it helps you out. It did just kind of help blend everything in flawlessly, and I just overall really enjoyed this primer. My other favorite primer of the year has definitely got to go to this one. I purchased this one towards the end of 2015, but boy am I so grateful that I picked this one up. But this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This just nourishes your skin. It's the hydrating version, and it really does hydrate your skin. It makes your makeup last all day long. It is just beautiful. Holy grail item for sure. Now, to prime my under eyes is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I am almost out of it, as you can see. I mean, we are at the bottom of the barrel. This thing lasts a long period of time. I have had this for almost 2 years. My biggest tip for this is you've got to put your finger in it and blend it to get the warmth of your fingertips and then press it underneath your eyes. What it's going to do after you warm it up, it's just going to be able to blend out smoothly. It's going to correct dark circles as well as brighten those under eyes before you put your concealer on top. It helps the longevity of your concealer. I will be repurchasing this absolutely 100%. Next up, we're going to be talking about my favorite concealers. I have a drugstore concealer and a high-end concealer. So for my drugstore concealer, I have been in love with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is super thick, super creamy. Because it is creamy, there is a tendency for it to move, so you do need to set it with a powder, but I really love this. I mean, I'm already halfway through the tube, which is really sad. It's super pigmented. I'm in the shade Light Pale, just so that I'm able to brighten up everything. The only concern that I have about this is the little spongy tip. I'm really excited that I finally found a drugstore alternative when I don't want to use up my high-end concealer. The other concealer that I'm in love with, that I do have a backup because I'm just in love with this concealer. This is the BareMinerals Bareskin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer, and I'm in the shade Medium. I love this concealer. First of all, it has a flat wand, as you'll see right now. It has a flat wand on both sides. It's super creamy, and the one thing that I have issues with, I have really dry under eyes, and as you can see, I have fine lines already. This does not settle in your fine lines. It stays put all day long. I do set it. If you have really dry skin or dry under eyes, definitely check out the BareMinerals Bareskin Concealer. Next up, we're moving on to foundations. So I have two favorite foundations of the year. One is drugstore and one is high-end. So for my drugstore foundation, my go-to was the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup, and I'm in the shade Nude Beige W3. This makeup is beautiful. I love that it has an SPF in it, so when I work in the sun, I know that it's still protecting my skin. I have nothing bad to say about this. I'm sure everyone who has ever been on YouTube knows about this foundation. For you dry skin girls, if you're looking for a good coverage drugstore foundation, get your hands on the True Match foundation. Final foundation, which I'm sure you guys all know about, especially if you've been watching my most recent videos on YouTube. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Cover Stick, and I am in the shade 127 equals Y335. I ran through this so quickly, but this was my go-to makeup working at SeaWorld, having pictures taken of me. This was just a saving grace, especially on those days where I just needed that full coverage, glamorous look. It did oxidize a bit, so I think once I'm done with this one, I'm gonna try to get a shade lighter or a shade not as orange tone. I don't know if it was just this was defected or what, but Josh did notice that when I first applied it on my skin, it did look a little bit orange compared to my natural skin tone, but then once I put the rest of my makeup on, it seemed to look okay. That was a big concern of mine, so I don't know if that is just this particular shade or if it's the makeup line in general. But that is something I'm going to do research on this year when I have to repurchase. But overall, I will say that I love this foundation. It stays on all day long. It blends out beautifully. I will definitely repurchase this once I run out of it. Moving on to face powders. The first one is in this contour and highlight palette, and it is by Wet n Wild, and it is in Dulce de Leche, and it is this highlight right here. As you can see, I've hit pan because I've used it so frequently. It's so buttery. I wear this when I'm really light or when I want to set my under eyes, but it's just a beautiful buttery powder. I will say it is very powdery. Make sure to tap off your brush before applying it, but I did love this powder. The other face powder that I was in love with was the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed powder, and this is in the shade Buff Beige 130. This is my second one within the year. I have hit pan. I'm gonna have to get another one. That's the one thing I didn't like about this product. It's very bulky packaging. It's super bulky when you just have this really flat powder, so I didn't care for that. It's very creamy. It blends in like a dream, and it really does cover up your imperfections. If you're looking for a day where you just want to wear a powder, you can wear this by itself, and it just creates a light coverage, which I thoroughly enjoy. So yeah, overall, love this product. Moving on to high-end, the Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette. It is this shade right here. This is in the shade Lyric. Oh my goodness, guys. If you want full coverage for your under eyes, this is going to lock your concealer in place, and it is not going to budge, and it's really going to have that flawless airbrush look. It just brightens the under eyes. It really sets everything into place. Definitely love that powder. Let's talk about highlighters. So I have two highlighters that I have been in love with, and the drugstore version is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek Highlighter in the shade Spoon. I use this all throughout Christmas time. It's just a beautiful, glittery, in-your-face highlight. It is just stunning. The texture is a little bit different. That's the only thing I'm not a big fan of. I do have to use my fingers when I use this product. Josh just came over, so if you hear any crazy noises, it's my baby. I'm dog sitting, and so you might hear her running around. So bear with me. It's life, you know, you roll with the punches. Let me go back to what I was talking about. Like I said, this is just beautiful. It stays on all day. I definitely want to check out more of their highlights because they are just unique and different, and they stand out on your face, and they're just beautiful products. My favorite high-end, which you probably already know, is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is in the shade Champagne Pop. This is by Jaclyn Hill. Oh, look at that sheen. Come on. I love this so much. It's my baby. I really don't want to run out of it, just in fear that I'm not going to be able to get another backup of this because it is limited edition. Overall, this is a beautiful highlight, and it's definitely worth the hype, worth the money. Ugh, I'm really excited to have that highlight on fleek every time I use it. Moving on to contour, I have two contour products. Both of them I actually recently just mentioned for the setting powders. But the first one is in the Wet n Wild Contour Palette, and it is in Dulce de Leche. This is a beautiful contour. It is very creamy. The only downfall, like I said before with the highlight, it is very powdery. That's the only downfall of this product. It's that perfect taupe shade. There's a lot of product in this. You get a lot of bang for your buck, which I am always grateful for. My holy grail, my baby, my thing that I was so sad when it broke, is my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I love every single shade in this palette, except for this one because I haven't been able to use it because it is covered in this powder. I think what I'm gonna have to do is just completely break up this powder. So I'm either going to completely take it out or try to refix it by watching one of those YouTube videos where you fix powdered products. I feel this is the best contour palette that's in the market right now. I just wish that this didn't break. Overall, all of them are super creamy, super pigmented, blend like a dream. Kat Von D did a wonderful job, and I had heard there's a rumor that she's going to be releasing each of these shades individually this coming year, which I'm really excited about because I'm gonna definitely get that taupe contour shade because it's my favorite out of this palette. Let's move on to blushes. I have 3 drugstore and 1 high-end blush that I've been in love with. Let's start with the Colourpop. So the Colourpop blush that I've been in love with, which y'all know from my Christmas series, is the shade Between the Sheets. Oh, this is so beautiful. The texture of this is really bizarre, but I just love this shade. I did find a brush that I'm able to blend it out with, so that was a bonus, but this shade is so beautiful. The next 2 are by Milani, and the first one is their Rose collection, and this is in the shade Tea Rose. Rose. Oh my gosh, this is super, super pigmented. I don't know if you can see that. They are very similar, the Colourpop and this Tea Rose. But this is a beautiful blush. I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can tell because it is the end of the day. The only thing I don't like about this blush is the smell. Woo! It is that strong cosmetic smell, if you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, like that chemical blush smell. Does not smell good, but it does last all day long. It's a beautiful, beautiful blush. A little bit goes a long way, and as you can see, the detail work of the rose is still intact, and I'd use this on a regular basis. And my final drugstore blush is Luminoso by Milani. I know everyone talked about this probably like 2 years ago, and I just hopped onto the hype, but it is just a beautiful, beautiful peach blush with a little bit of shimmer in it. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It gives you that beautiful, beautiful glow from within. It's perfect for the summertime. If you want to just put on some bronzer and then pop that on your cheeks, put on some mascara, maybe a little bit of lip gloss, do your brows, and you're set to go. It's just so, 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 so beautiful. And yeah, there's nothing bad I can say about this. And my final blush is by MAC, and I rediscovered this blush because it wasn't working for a really long period of time. I thought maybe it's just not a pigmented blush or I got a defected blush. But then once I scraped the first layer of it off, I was able to get the pigment and it is beautiful. And this blush is called Prism. It's just a beautiful neutral mauve-y brown. And I want to wear a blush that gives me a little bit of color but still looks very, very natural. This is my go-to blush. It's matte, it stays on all day, it's gonna last me quite some time. As you can see, I've yet to hit pan. If you're a fan of MAC and you've yet to try this out, definitely get your hands on it. Moving on to brows. So I think this was in last year's Best of Beauty, but it's still my favorite Holy Grail brow product, and it is the Tarte Emphasized Waterproof Amazonian Clay Brow Mousse. I made my way all the way to the bottom. I'm definitely gonna have to get a new one. I love that it comes with a brush. Both of these come together. It's great. It's waterproof like it mentioned, so it's gonna stay on when you go into the pool or if you go lay on the beach. If you go for a workout and you're sweating, you don't have to worry about it budging because it's gonna stay put. I'm not gonna try anything else because once you find your Holy Grail item, you just don't want to. You don't want to try to find anything else. And my last brow product is by Benefit, and it is the Gimme Brow. It is in medium deep. It has a nice little wand. It's like having mascara for your brows, but it's just a gel, kind of like how some girls use the Maybelline clear mascara to set their brows. I use this. You can wear this by yourself, and I've tried that. I don't like it by itself. I like to use it to set and lock my brows into place. I have to repurchase this one soon. Not gonna do it yet, but I do love this product. And my last face product is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. This is a setting spray. It's very hydrating. I bring the little mini-sized one with me anywhere I go. When I go to Disney, sometimes my face gets really, really dry, so I'll use the setting spray and just spritz myself. It's very similar to the Max Fix Plus, where you can just revive your makeup just by spraying it throughout the day. It's hydrating, it's long-lasting, the longevity of your makeup increases, and I have nothing bad to say about this setting spray. It's fantastic. Moving on to eyeshadow palettes. I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. They're all high-end, so I'm sorry about that. But the first 2 Tartelette palettes. I'm going to be doing a review. It's going to be coming out next week, so get excited for that. The first one came out earlier this year, I believe, but it's these gorgeous, gorgeous cool tone purples. Love it. I'm not going to show you too many swatches of this because I'm going to do a full in-depth review of both of these. And then the Tartelette and Bloom palette, which is my ultimate palette. This is just very warm toned, neutral, and just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I love you, I love you, I love you. And the other palette that I've been in love with is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This bad boy is beautiful. This is the original palette. I know they have like the Bonbon palette and the Semi-Sweet palette. I've looked into them, but this one is the one that is just, it takes the cake. The colors are stunning. I mean, you get an array of mattes and shimmery shades, bronzy shades, neutral shades, pops of color, you name it, it's in this. And to top it all off, it smells like chocolate. These shades are just gorgeous. They blend like a dream. They stay on all day. And I mean, look at the packaging. It's so freaking cute. You just want to bite out of it. But then your teeth would hurt if you did that. But I love it. Now to prime my eyes, one is drugstore, one is high-end. So the first one is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Barely Branded. It is this beautiful, beautiful champagne shade. You can wear this alone, or like I said, you can use it as a base for the rest of your eye look. It stays on all day long. It prevents your eyeshadows from creasing. It's just a beautiful shimmery champagne shade. And the next one I'm going to talk about is by MAC, and it is Painterly Paint Pot. It's just a very neutral base. It really does cancel out any pigmentation you have. I do have to set it though. That's the only downfall compared to the Maybelline one. The Maybelline I don't have to set it, whereas this one I do. But this is perfect when I want a blank canvas and I don't want any shimmer. Moving on to eyeliner. The first one is Drugstore, and it is this Essence eyeliner pen. It's extra long lasting and it is in black. I love that it's a very precise felt tip. It is a bit watery, I will say. I want to try L'Oreal this year and see if I like that one more. If you're a newbie when it comes to wing liner, get your hands on this because it's so much easier to do when you're using this product. The other eyeliner that I've been in love with is a kohl liner, and it is by NARS, and it is the larger than life longwear eyeliner in Via Veneto. It comes with a sharpener so you can keep it very, very pointy at the end. It is retractable. It's super, super pigmented, super black, stays put all day long, very, very creamy. I don't know how much I have left. I'm afraid to see how much I have left. But once I'm done with this, I'm definitely going to get a back. Favorite glitter. You have seen it in every single Christmas tutorial that I posted, which I didn't realize that I used in every one, so I apologize for that. But it is the Ben Nye Lumiere Luxe Powder, and it is in the shade Ultra Bright. This bad boy, oh my gosh. First of all, it's a hot mess. Like, everything flies everywhere. But this is so pigmented. You can use this as a highlight. You can put it on top of your lid. You can put it on your face. It's beautiful. I want to see the other colors that they have that maybe I can do like a fun tutorial. And if you're looking for some sort of glittery powder to either really vamp up your cheeks or just to have that pop of glitter on your eyes, definitely look into the Ben Nye Luxe powders. Mascara time. I only have one favorite mascara, and you guessed it, it is the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom Waterproof Mascara. At first, you all know that I did not like it because I felt like I was scraping my lashes with it because the bristles are very stiff. The one thing I do love about the bristles being stiff and the fact that I think my lids have kind of gotten numb to the feeling of it, but you're really able to get into those lashes and really get in there, comb them, define them, and I feel like they make my lashes look longer than they actually are. This is like my second or third tube, and I'm definitely going to be getting more of this in the future. Moving on to lipstick. The Maybelline matte lipsticks. Thank you, Brie, for introducing me to these. They are incredible. But the shades that I have here, I just have 3 of them here. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them. I have Clay Crush, which is my ultimate favorite one. Just this beautiful, beautiful neutral nude. I have Rich Ruby here, which is a beautiful, beautiful blue toned red. And then I have Nude Nuance, which is a dusty mauve shade. They stay on all day long. Even though they're matte, they're not drying. They feel very comfortable on the lips. They're super pigmented. They have such a wide array of colors. Maybelline did such a wonderful job with these lipsticks. Rite Aid, CVS, Ulta always has a deal where you can buy one, get one 50% off. Sometimes they do buy one, get one free. I love, 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 love these lip products. My last category are the liquid lipsticks. They are all from Sephora. So we have the Luster Matte Longwear lip colors. I think I have one more. I am a huge fan of these Luster lipsticks. They are super creamy. They stay on for such a long period of time. They do transfer, so you do need to blot before you go about your day. But as you can see in the swatches, they are just beautiful. The shades that I have here, I have Deep Plum Luster, Mulberry Luster, Scarlet Luster, and I have Rose Luster. I do want to get Fig Luster as that one looks beautiful as well. And we are now coming to the end. So the final liquid lipsticks that I've been obsessed with are these Cream Lip Stains by Sephora. I have the shades 13 and 01. I definitely want them to come out with a peach as well, a neutral peach, because that would be fantastic. These are super, super creamy. I love that it has a doe foot applicator, but it's a very small doe foot applicator, so for girls with small lips like I do, they can just apply it without any issues. I love the smell of them. They smell like candy. They are a bit drying, so you do need to make sure that you put on some sort of balm before you put these on, but these last all day long. They are incredible, incredible products. Well, everybody, that is it for this video. I'm running out of batteries, so I hope you guys liked this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.